Games and years. Two things I can't live without. Take that, food! In fact, I love games and years so much, I'm gonna talk about them and only them! Only three things are sure in life. Death, taxes, and Fortnite being nominated for the Game Awards. The Game Awards are the most respected awards. Who am I kidding? Let's watch the Oscars and let the old white dudes give the animation award to Disney. Yeah, Game of the Year doesn't really matter to people, but that's all gonna change because we're gonna go back to the years from 2009 until 2019 and pick a Game of the Year every year. Just a heads up before this video starts. 1, these are my opinions and they're terrible. 2, I often don't play the most popular games each year, so that means some years I've only played a couple of games. And 3, if I haven't played a game, I will evaluate based off what I've seen on the internet. Also, just a quick side note, I did get this idea from Scott the Woz, who is way funnier than me. Link below. Now it's time for my two favorite things, games and years. The general nominees for 2019 were Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Smash Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. It's kinda odd that Smash Ultimate is here considering it didn't even come out in 2019, but we're only picking games that were released in 2019. Sort of. My pick is Persona 5 Royal, which came out on October 31st, 2019. However, it was released in 2020 in the West, but I don't care what you say. I'm still picking this game no matter what. Yeah, I bet you feel real silly now knowing that there's an alpha male in the room. Take that. I haven't actually 100%ed Persona 5 Royal yet, but I have 100%ed the original Persona 5, and as it stands, Royal might be one of my favorite games of all time. It's just so thematically good, and every single thing I didn't like about Persona 5 has been updated. The quality of life changes are great, and I think this is how a remaster should be done. However, I will talk about Royal at a later date. The general nominees of 2018 were God of War, Celeste, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Spider-Man for PS4. Out of this list, I've touched God of War and Red Dead and finished Spider-Man. However, I am definitely picking Smash Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is so good that I've made a way too long video talking about it, but I'll sum my thoughts up here. I really like the way this game was handled. Everything except Pokefloats is in the game. The DLC is also great. We got 5 winners and 1 resounding eh. Joker was actually revealed at these Game Awards for Smash. Have I mentioned that I like Persona 5? Spider-Man was fine, but the game really doesn't last that long and the story wasn't too good. The most fun part about that game is just swinging around the city, and like I said, I haven't really finished the other two, so... The general nominees of 2017 were Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, and PUBG. Wait, what? PUBG isn't even out of beta yet, why is it nominated? Anyways, I've played every game here except Zero Dawn. Persona 5 is an absolutely phenomenal experience that I would recommend to anyone, but God, it has some problems! I'll talk about those problems at a later date, but for now, my game of the year is Breath of the Wild. As much as I really enjoyed Odyssey, heck, I even got into speedrunning the game, Breath of the Wild set the precedent for what a future open-world game is. While Mario Odyssey was a bit less of a gigantic shocker, but I still definitely love Odyssey. Beat the game. I will be discovering new things in this game until the day that I die, and I truly think it might be one of my favorite games of all time. The general nominees of 2016 were Overwatch, Inside, Titanfall 2, Uncharted 4, and Doom, and by God, I'm irrelevant! I have not fully beat any of these games or even played Overwatch. I'm more of a Nintendo fan, and they didn't really release anything this year, so I'll give it to Uncharted and we're moving on. The general nominees of 2015 were The Witcher 3, Super Mario Maker, Bloodborne, Fallout 4, and The Phantom Pain. For me, it's a battle between a couple games, Rocket League, Mario Maker, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Battlefront. But really, I think it's going to Mario Maker. I know I've put a lot of Nintendo games for every single year, but hear me out. I didn't have much fun making levels, to be honest, but playing good ones was just fantastic. Tomb Raider was really good though, and truly was a big fight for this spot, but I think I have to give it to Mario. I also used to have a blast playing Battlefront with my brother, but I don't think it's in the same spot as Mario Maker or Tomb Raider. The general nominees of 2014 were Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, yes that's a name, Bayonetta 2, Shadow of Mordor, Shovel Knight, and Dragon Age Inquisition, and Hearthstone. None of the games listed really speak to me besides Smash and Shovel Knight, which were both definitely contenders, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This game just gets better and better every time you play it. I truly consider it the best 2D platformer of all time, and even though I really enjoyed Smash for Wii U, I think I have to give this one to Tropical Freeze. I'm probably gonna make a full review sometime down the line, but I adore this game. Everything about it, the levels all feel so complete, the worlds all feel like truly different worlds, and I really like how they went for quality over quantity in this game. Wrapping up my thoughts, Shovel Knight was good, I don't know how Dragon Age won. The general nominees for 2013 were GTA 5, Tomb Raider, Super Mario 3D World, The Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, and A Link Between Worlds. While I enjoyed 3D World, and GTA 5 is popular for a reason, there are two games that I really enjoyed this year that didn't even make the nominations, those being Pikmin 3 and Rayman Legends. Out of these two, I think I'm gonna have to pick Rayman. I believe it's on the same level as Donkey Kong, and although I really enjoyed some other games I didn't even mention, like Papers, Please, Shin Megami Tensei 4, Pokemon X, I really think that this is a fantastic Rayman game. Talking about 3D World, it was okay, but definitely underappreciated. The general nominees of 2012 were The Walking Dead, Dishonored Journey, Mass Effect 3, and Assassin's Creed 3. This year wasn't very good if you can't tell by the fact that Assassin's Creed 3 is being nominated. Ignoring that, my game of the year is going to be Persona 4 Golden, which I haven't even played. I'm midway through Persona 4 and it's really good, and Golden is close to the same, right? Also, it's relevant right now since Golden just came out on PC, so please just let me have this one. Persona 4 is a really good game, and although I don't think it has the scope that Persona 5 had, I think that in some areas it's even better than Persona 5, such as the main characters. I didn't really play any other games this year, so I guess nothing better to do than move on to the next year. The general nominees of 2011 were Skyrim, Batman Arkham City, The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, Portal 2, and Uncharted 3. With all these fantastic games to choose, you're probably thinking which one I'll pick. Skyrim was good, oh, and Portal 2 was fantastic. And, well, I'm picking Super Mario 3D Land. I've definitely played 3D Land the most out of all these games, and although it's nothing too special, it's still a phenomenal game and really solidified the 3DS as a real Nintendo handheld. I still enjoyed the other games, but, you know, Nintendo. The general nominees of 2010 were Call of Duty Black Ops, God of War 3, Halo Reach, Mass Effect 2, and Red Dead Redemption. The only two games that are competing this year are Donkey Kong Country Returns and Galaxy 2. Donkey Kong was a great return to the series and is honestly one of my favorite video games. I beat it a ton back in the day, but Galaxy 2 is really something special. It was an absolutely fantastic follow-up to Galaxy 1, and although I would want the third game on the Switch to finish it off, I'm quite content with Galaxy 2 being the end of the series. Galaxy 2 is really something special, man. It does so much right with 3D Mario, and I even prefer it to Galaxy 1. Although I think Galaxy 1 was thematically better and had a better hub world, I think Galaxy 2's level designs are a lot more creative, because I think they knew what they could and couldn't do. And the final year. The general nominees for 2019 were Batman Arkham Asylum, Assassin's Creed 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Uncharted 2, and Modern Warfare 2, and God, that's a lot of number 2. Did I just make a crap joke in 2020? And I think we're all forgetting one thing. Minecraft. No matter how many people may suggest the game is overrated, Minecraft is still an absolute blast. There's so much you can do in this game, whether it's just playing in survival, fooling around in creative, playing with friends. I truly believe that this may be the most influential game of all time, and without it, we wouldn't have Blockcraft 3D! And I guess we're wrapping up with Minecraft. Quite a good place to end, since it's literally one of my favorite games of all time. So, that's the end of our list. A decade of great games, and although I haven't played a majority of the best games of all time, I'm quite content with my list. So, wrapping up my thoughts, we're left with one question. Why did I pick Super Mario 3D World over Portal 2?